back to my channel. I'm JC, contemporary fiction author and poet. I post videos on Mondays. I live stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a blog, an online magazine, and online store with writer merch. You can become a member of my Patreon, or you can tip me on my Ko-fi for any and all of my future creative endeavors. Now that we've got that out of the way, today's video is going to be a tag. I came across Emma Bennett's video, which apparently this was an original tag created by a group of AuthorTubers, and I thought it would be fun, particularly since I have a new release that I want to show off and shout out about. So the tag is called "This Is My Book" tag. Yeah, we're just gonna get started with the questions. There are about 12 questions, and then I tag people. So, this is my book. Question number 1: what is the title of your book? My book is called When Love Calls. Newly released as of last Wednesday, June 10th. And I guess I could read the blurb. Let me do that. The genre, the question number 2 is, what genre is it? It is contemporary fiction or women's fiction, if you will. I will go ahead and read the blurb. When Love Calls. The one thing Autumn Jennings has never lacked in her life was drama. The more she tries to steady the chaos around her, the more things seem to spiral out of control. Now that she's settling down with a man who loves both her and her son, she's finally found stability, even if she's not sure she deserves it. Then he comes back. Bryant Hudson is the one man she's never gotten over, and his return unearths a Pandora's box of secrets. Every mistake in Autumn's past is coming back to haunt her, making her question herself and the life she has settled into. Could this be their second chance to get things right? Or will it be ruined once her lies are exposed? As secrets surface, relationships crumble, and Autumn must decide whether to keep running from a past she thought was buried or face things head on, even if it means losing the convenience she's grown so accustomed to. When Love Calls is an emotional, dramatic, contemporary novel about the price we pay for the secrets we keep, the mistakes we make when we fail to see how worthy we are, and the bittersweet journey to find healing within oneself. So, that is the blurb of the book. Question number 3. What inspired you to write it? Typically my characters come to me, and Autumn came to me as very, with a story to tell of a very insecure, doubtful of her self-worth, and I will be thoroughly honest and say that a touch of Autumn is me, and the character did pop into my head at a time where I was feeling very doubtful of my self-worth and feeling like maybe I just didn't deserve love. Now I'm happily single, and I'm okay with that. If someone comes along, great. If not, I'm fine. But there was a time where I used to really wonder why, no one loved me or loved me the way that I loved them, or as deeply as I loved. And there was insecurities. Self-sabotage, all of that. So the inspiration came from a message. I guess the inspiration is the fact that I want to relay a message that, we are all worthy of love, no matter the flaws that we have, or the mistakes that we've made, or even some of the secrets that we keep, or the mistakes that we will make, because we're human and we're bound to make more mistakes in life. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be loved, and that you don't deserve someone to love you as fully as you would love them. So that, I guess that was the inspirations that I wanted to write something that got that message across in the end. Autumn did kind of come to me in a dream, but as most of my characters really do. Question 4, is your book self or trad published? It is self-published. Question 5, what do you love about your book? Oh my gosh, I love this book so much. And I don't know if it's more that when I started writing it, I don't think I had gotten that message yet. Because like I said, Autumn came to me in a dream. So, and it started off as a single POV. It is now a dual POV. But it started when I don't think I was fully ready, which is probably why it took so long to write this book. I don't think I was fully ready to put that message out there because I don't think I had gotten that message yet for myself. And I love this book because I love Autumn's growth, even though she's a bit of a headache. She gets in her own way. She sabotages herself, and she, might make you want to yell at her. But I love that she gets there in the end. She comes to a place where she finds her strength within herself, and I love her growth. I love her best friend and the relationship that her and her best. And I think I love that I portrayed a female friendship where they can be honest with each other, no cut cards, no sugarcoating, and still can tell the unvarnished truth to one another and still laugh about it and go have a drink at the end of the day, and it'd be fine. And a lot of female friendships are not like that. A lot of female friendships are catty, and you have to be careful and tiptoe about what you want to say to the friend. And I think I did a really good job of not having that kind of friendship in this book. Or at least I hope I did. I think I did. But let's see. Question number 6. What other books does yours resemble? I wish I could answer that. I do not know. I have not. I am not typically a person that goes and looks for comps. I guess if I had ever queried this book, I might have, but I'm not. I just don't really. I don't know that my book. And I read mostly thrillers and mystery, and I don't read a lot of, I read contemporary fiction, but I find more pleasure in reading mysteries and thrillers. I don't know. So I don't go look for comps. And I don't know what book would resemble mine. I'm sure someone will tell me. Question number 7, what is the scene or thing you were most excited for readers to read? The end. And I wish I could say what the scene is, but if I say what the scene is, it really spoils how the book ends. That and the scene, I read it for my live stream. It's on page 69, and it is the scene where she confronts her ex, who abandoned her and her son, and she confronts him, and it's kind of the first sign where you see her get some of that inner strength in her and find that confidence in her. And so that scene on page 69, and then the end, which I can't say because it spoils the end of the book. Let's see. Question number 8. What is one thing readers may have missed or not picked up on when reading your book? I don't know. I don't know. I can't say. I don't have an answer for that one. Question 9. How much, if any, research went into your book or series? I did I did some research on Denver, Colorado, because that is one of the locations where they went to in the book. I don't know why. I do know why I picked Denver, Colorado. I have this affinity towards Colorado, and one day hopefully moving there because of the mountain towns and all that stuff. Just, things that I've read and heard about Colorado, and from people that I know who've been to Colorado. I've never been there, but the things that I've heard are lovely and wonderful, and things that I've read are lovely and wonderful, and I just have an affinity for wanting to move there. So Denver, Colorado, I did some research about the airports and some of the places there, the hospital. I did some medical research because there is some medical stuff that happens in this book. I don't want to say because it'll give it away, but there's some medical things that happen in the book that I needed to do a little deeper dive on because I didn't exactly know how it worked and some of the medical terminology that was used. But I had to be careful because I didn't want to overload and information dump with too much medical. So medical terms, medical stuff, certain locations and places in Denver, Colorado, some legal stuff about how some legal, I can't say because that spoils it too, how some certain legal matters work in the state of Maryland and in the state of Denver. I think that's all the research I did. I mean, obviously some superficial research, like just looks for certain wedding dresses and things like that. But yeah. So let's see. Question number 10. Was your story set in or inspired by a place you love or visited? I guess I just answered that. It's mostly set in Maryland, a fictional town in Maryland, because I didn't want to set it even though I live in Maryland, I'm from Maryland. I don't remember every single little detail about Maryland. So I didn't want the responsibility of having to remember certain places and things and how things worked in Maryland and get things wrong and have people, because Marylanders will tell you if they read a book and like, that's not right. So I set it in a fictional town in Maryland, but near where I'm actually in Maryland. So close enough, but still fictional, so I can actually get away with some liberties. And Denver, Colorado, I said that I picked that for the reasons of I just have this thing about Colorado and wanting to go there and be there. So yeah. But I've never visited, so there's that. Question number 11. What in your book comes from writing what you know? I want to say the Maryland part because it is set in Maryland, even though I've made up a fictional town in Maryland. But there's certain aspects of Maryland that are in there, which is what I know. I mean, certain life experiences and things is what I know. Certain insecurity levels and things like that is what I know. And another thing, going back to the research thing, another thing I had to research was how certain things worked at the airport and TSA and all this stuff, because I've never flown on a plane. So I've never been to, the closest I've been to a gate was when I had to wait for my sister years ago, coming from Oklahoma, and I met her like at one of the gates, but I don't remember if we had to go through any checkpoint. Security wasn't as tight as it was back then because it was before 9/11. So yeah, I forgot that I had that in there. But back to question 11, writing what you know, the Maryland aspect of it, the life experiences, some of the, I guess I read the scene on the stream, so you kind of know there's some domestic violence or talked about in this book. So that was a personal experience that I can speak from. That. Question 12. What did you learn from other authors that you were able to incorporate into your own book? I've read a lot of dual POV books because, as I said earlier, this was originally a single POV book, and I changed it to a dual POV book on the second round of, the first round of revisions, because I realized I needed the other perspective, and it needed to be told from both. And I've read a lot of dual POV books. I've read a lot of books. I try to read up on like dialogue and incorporating description, and reading some of Laura's work and just some other authors' works who are really good with description and describing things, because I'm really bad at it. Helped a lot. I think reading anything really informs your writing. But mostly I did heavily read stuff with dual POVs, because when I started reading heavily dual POV books, I hadn't really written anything with dual POV, not intentionally. I think the diary does have a bit of a dual POV aspect, but I didn't intentionally go in with that mindset that this is a dual POV. It kind of dawned on me after the fact that, oh, these are diary entries from a different person's perspective, and then it's her, and so that is dual POV. But I wrote them separately, not in tandem, so I didn't really write them together with the diary. But yeah, that's the end of the questions. And at the end it says, who do I want to tag? And I tag Morgan Lee, and I tag Sky S.T. Haggis, and I think that's it. Yes, that's it. That's how I tag. And yeah, so that is the end of my questions. And that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. I post videos on Mondays. I live stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As per usual, if you would like to be supportive of me in any of my creative endeavors, such as my blog, my online magazine, my online store with writer merch, becoming a member of my Patreon, tipping me on my Ko-fi, buying my books on Amazon, or reading them in Kindle Unlimited, all of those links can be found in the description box below. And until next time, take care of yourselves and have a blessed day. Bye.